Hello ladies and gents, this is Evan, your friend in some really exciting tutorials out there. Today I'm back in my YouTube channel because I would like to show you the way to create a fantastic caricature inside Photoshop from a simple image. You don't have to know how to draw, you don't have to know many things, you only have to know a little bit of Photoshop in order to create and transform your photo to a really exciting cartoonish caricature like the one I did to myself. So this is me, well, after the effect, okay? I'm not like that in the real life anyway. Well, actually, after this effect, I feel a little bit boring as a face in my real life. So this is the final result and this is my original photo. So from this, we will go to that, okay? Really exciting tutorial, really simple. You only have to know just the basic of Photoshop. Actually, you need to know a little bit more than the basic because you will have to know how to use the liquify tool and of course some other stuff like the masks and how to delete a background and so. But we will do them all together, so don't worry, just sit tight over there and you're free to download my photo. I will have it at the details of this video in order to follow my tutorial side by side. So you will get this photograph. This is my photo, really big photograph of myself doing silly things. We have to do something before we start. If you would like to make a wonderful caricature, you will have to make a good photo first. You must have a funny looking face, a goofy face, let's say, in order to make it good looking. And also, this photograph has to be good quality photo. The bad quality photos will not produce great results. So after that, let's kick in. So I will try to create this one. It's a very simple, I could say, result. Not so bad. We will have to cut the head first of all and enlarge the head, enlarge the eyes, and afterwards do some liquify magic, and then we will use some digital painting with the help of dodge and burn, and that's more or less all of the work. Okay, so let's try and start. First of all, I will take away the background. Okay, so take the magic wand tool, just click here, and of course shift click here, and then shift click here and shift click here until we will be like that. Okay, I don't want to cut my head, my hands actually, and of course I don't want to cut my other stuff either, just like that over here. So I will select the lasso. Of course, if you are good with pen tool, just take the pen tool and create your own path. I always use the pen tool, but I'm sure that you don't really want this tool, so that's why I'm not using this today. So I take the lasso right now, I hold the Alt option in Macintosh and I'm just taking back this selection from my t-shirt. Okay. And of course here, I don't want to take away my t-shirt, my beloved t-shirt. And of course here, I will select the shift in order to select this area. Great. And of course, I will go back from the other side. This side looks better, so we're okay. I think my face and my head, I'm lucky that I don't have hair. So I feel lucky, at least right now. And the first thing that we have to do is, first of all, let's just create a backup. So I will create a folder, the backup folder, in order to, keep my good stuff safe over there, backup folder. And just put this one, and right after I will just hit the delete key in order to delete, of course, the main background of my duplicate. So I hit the delete, wonderful, and we're ready to kick in right now and of course cut my head. So I will take the lasso. I will not use the pen tool, I always use it, but I know that you hate it, so I will not use it right now because it's really not so necessary. So I will pass in front of my chin, let's say. Okay, we have to be really stable. Of course, we can use also the polygonal, which is sometimes, it seems to be better, but it just create straight lines, which they're not so great all the time. But we will try to be kind with my face, please. Super, and there we have it. So I will go a little back and I will select all my head. Great. There I will go to the first point, so I make a selection, and then I think I'm okay. So right after, I will just right click over here and I will select layer via copy. So now I have my head, I will name it head. Super. And I have my body, I will name it body, without the background, okay? So my head is like that. Of course, I have to make some readjustments here. So I will take my brush and actually I will create a mask over here. A white mask reveals everything, but with a black color, with our paintbrush, we can hide stuff. We're not deleting, we're just hiding. So we are kind of making safe hides of our neck, of my neck, let's say. So we'll just, you know, pass from here, and in a way I will hide this bad background. Don't worry, I will do it fast for you, so I will see you in a while. So we're done. My head right now looks great. My next step, it will be a little bit of retouching over here. I will just have to take away some of my blemishes and my, you know, spots. So let's go here. Let's just take this away. The patch tool, wonderful. I want my face to look sharp. So I don't want to have so many little spots over my face. Great. And of course in there, you know, sometimes when you retouching your face, you realize that you have so many spots that you hate yourself, but you know, some other times you feel like $1,000,000 because you feel good. But okay, so actually my face now it has less and less spots, so we are good to continue, I guess. I'll take this away also. Great. And I will keep actually some characteristics of some main characteristics of my face. So this one is my main characteristic, and these little spots over here, but I don't want all my spots. Okay, so we're good to go in just a tiny bit. It's a crucial thing to create a good retouching, because if you don't make it now, you will have to make it later, and later it's much more difficult to be done. Of course, I will go here again. I will just follow this line. Great. Well, not so great actually. So now, okay, super. And I think we're good to go. No problem. So after this a little bit retouching, I'm ready to continue. And the first thing that I have to do is to turn on my body and then select my head and do that. Control and T, Command and T in Macintosh. That way I will be able to enlarge my face from the center and outwards. So I will go here and I will type 135%, so my head is larger for sure. Okay, so this was my head before, now this is my new head. And of course right now I will take this lower, and of course I will take my body, my whole body, lower. So we are something like that. Really fast, my neck looks smaller, so it's a good thing for my miniature, for my caricature actually. It's a kind of miniature and caricature at the same time. And afterwards I will have to enlarge my eyes. So I will go here and I will select my left eye. I will hit Control and J, Command J in Macintosh. I will actually create layer via copy. I will name it left eye. And of course I will go here and I will create my right eye superbly. I just need my eye and my eyebrow, and I will go again to the head, Control J. I will name this right eye. Oops, not ete, but eye. Okay, so we're okay. Afterwards we have to enlarge also the eyes even more. So the head was 135. The eyes will be 135 more. So I will select the left eye. I will go to edit. I will select the free transform. Super. I will take the center point. I will position this to the eye. So we can enlarge with the center the eye, the real eye. Okay. So we'll have this as the center, and then I will go to 135. So my eye will be corrected. but enlarged. Okay, you can see that. Wonderful. Afterwards, I will go to the right eye. I will hit Command T, Control T in PC. I will go there. 135 again. The same little story again, superbly, and then hit OK. And afterwards, I will create layer masks, but I will create a black layer mask. I can do that by holding the Alt and hitting the layer mask button. Wonderful. So everything is hidden over there. Okay. So I will take my brush. I will select, of course, a normal brush, but not hard at all. Soft brush, actually. I will select the white color and I will paint over the black mask. Okay, so easily I can take out my new big eye. Super wonderful. And of course I can I can take out my big eyebrow as well. Superbly. And of course afterwards I will lower the opacity and I will create some fades, you know, in order to connect my new eye with a new face, with a small face. Okay, it looks good. I go here, rise up the opacity. I will take away also my second large eye. Super. And of course here we have a problem. My eyebrow goes further away from my head. Don't worry, we will fix that. So once you're happy with your eye, just do that. Select the eye and go to the edit, select the puppet warp, and of course lock with pins the spot, the position of the eye, and then just move the eyebrow, actually the back of the eyebrow, not only that, not the front brow, okay? Just click and create a spot here and then just move that, and it's just like that, no problem at all. We can actually position the eyebrow right now inside the head, hit OK. It looks really bad over here, so we have to do this again. So no problem, puppet warp. I can actually take away the mesh because it makes me not looking good. Okay, so I will select only here and I will take this inside. I will select this here, I will take this inside. You know, some guys, they used to take away the hair of their eyebrows. I have only my eyebrows. I don't have any other pride over here, so I will use my my hair in my eyebrows. I will never take them away. So I'm lucky, of course, that I don't have one eyebrow, but I will not take away the sides of my eyebrows at all. Sorry, girls. So hit OK. Okay, and then I will go to my right eye. I'm not so happy. I will try to hide some bad spots over here. I will select actually now the black color and I will hide this. Super. And so, okay. No. So I will take this away maybe, and I think we're good to go. It's not so problem. Nobody will ever notice anyway. But of course, it's not good to have that hair over here. I will take them away. Super. And of course here, I will hide this. Great. So my eyebrow is looking good. Of course, I will have to soft this area over here. So I will take out the opacity to 40%. And of course, I will try to, you see that? Blend the new cut with the old head. So it looks good. Of course, here, if you try, you will be able to fix it, but it's no problem for me. Maybe I will fix this hair later. So this is my face. This is my head, my new head. I will position my eye just a little bit higher over here. I think it looks better. I can, of course, see if those are straight. I think they look straight anyway. So they are pretty good right now. Maybe a little more lower. Okay, maybe here higher. Super. So I have my head, I have my body. Next stop is the liquify tool, of course. So I will merge my head and my actually body. So I will merge all. Well, actually the body I will not merge it right now, maybe later. So first of all the head. So let's just merge all those with Control E. Wonderful. We have the main body right now, actually the head, not the main body, sorry about that. Sometimes I speak English, but usually I speak Greek and German, so I'm sorry about my silly English sometimes. So we continue. Actually, right now is the liquify process. So I will select my head and I will go to filter and I will select the liquify. And right now it's the liquify process, the fun part process, but also the most important process. First of all, I have to enlarge my eyes again. So I will go to this little spot over here, to the blot tool. I will select actually the control key in order to see the center of my brush. You see that? It's a little trick. So I can see where is the center of my brush. Here is the center of my brush. So I will tap my pen tablet 5 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You can do the same thing with the mouse. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. My eyes right now looks larger, enormously larger I could say. And then I will go to the next tool. This tool, the packer tool, actually shrinks the things. So I will try to shrink my nose. The main characteristic of a caricature is the big eyes and the small nose. So I have to make those in order to continue afterwards. So I will go here and I will just hit my button so I could make my nose smaller. Super. I think my nose now looks really good, really small. Maybe I can try this again. And I think it looks sharp and really good. Next thing is, I have to find my main characteristic. We should try to find what is the spot that comes out in every face. So I think my spot is my teeth and my little scar over here in my eyebrow. So I will take now the forward warp tool and I will go back and I will try to create this actually to make this more actually it doesn't really look good. I will fix that afterwards. I will go to my teeth and I will go here and I will try to make my teeth larger. It's really easy with the forward warp. Forward warp actually pulls out everything. I click and drag. You have to be careful with this tool because it's really easy to create a mess. You have to be soft and gentle. And I think I'm okay with my teeth. Maybe I can make them larger. Super. You have to be gentle, so take your time. Don't rush things. Wonderful. And maybe I can... Okay. Super. So now my teeth looks larger. Wonderful. Of course, my eyes are larger. My nose is smaller. And now I have to make my ear maybe smaller. It's not such a big thing for my face. My ears are small, but a little bit edgy over here. So I will make them a little bit more sharp and edgy over here, but not so big. They have to be a small detail, not the main characteristic. And of course here maybe, okay, maybe a little bit in the back over here. And afterwards I will have to work with my apples, let's say these spots over here. Of course, we have to make a really funny face. Most of the caricatures has to be smile faces, otherwise it looks odd and scary sometimes. So I will try to, make it more smiley, just like Joker. Let's put a smile on my face. So I will make it more smiley. You have to be careful. Again, over here, I have to mention this again. This tool, the forward warp, is really easy to mess things because, see that? If you just click and drag, I created a mess, and the liquify tool doesn't work that way. So the forward warp works with small bits of movement, okay? And of course you have to move carefully because if you do a little work around here, you will blur the pixels, and of course the whole photograph will not work, look so good afterwards. So maybe I will enlarge also my lips. I tend to have bigger than the usual, larger actually lips than the usual. So I have to mention that again in my main character. Okie doke. So we're good to go. And of course I will play a little bit with my chin and my side over here of my face. So I will actually make my chin. I will take this out. Wonderful. Take this out. Wonderful. And I will make my chin just a tiny bit larger. We have to be cautious and careful, so don't rush yourself. Wonderful. You see that? Well, right now we have a bigger face, more happy face, and I think we're good to go. Super. Maybe I can, straight this line over here, maybe straight this line over here, because or maybe make it more roundy over here. Great. And of course here maybe. Okay. And I will make my head larger. So I will create a really, really huge brush. Be careful not to spoil or not, make your whole face bad. Okay, I think it is okay. I can of course use the reconstruct tool in order to fix some areas if you like. You see that? I'm getting back to the start. Okay, if you like. I think I like that. Anyway, the upper head will not be visible, so I think we're okay. Maybe I will just play a little more in order to create, a side movement. Maybe I will make a smaller right now brush and create a better shape in my little beard over here. I think I'm looking sharp and ready to be a caricature. Super. So I think it looks okay. Well, my larger head here, okay, it looks a little bit ridiculous, but I just need the face from the forehead and below, so I think I'm okay. Maybe I will just do that over here again. Hit OK, and we're done. This is the main part. You see that? This is the main part of the effect. Right now I will have to also help my head fit my body, so I will go to the body, I will hit the edit and free transform, and afterwards I will go and warp it. So I will warp my body in order to make it to look smaller. You see that? It actually looks great from the very first beginning. You see that? It looks really, really better, a smaller body. So I will actually distort my body and distort my neck. I pull and push from left to right and right to left. You see that? And of course I will make here. I will go here. You see that? How easy this is. I think it looks great. And I think we're in a very, very good way in order to make it look better and better again. So next step is the creation of a shadow over here. So I will just go here and control click the head. Great. I will create an empty layer. I will name this shadow. I will take this below, between head and body. I will position this just a tiny bit below. You see that over here. And I will paint this area with a brush. So I will take a brush area, a shadow area over here, and I will use my brush. Maybe I will use a darker brush anyway. I will change this to overlay. Maybe multiply, and of course I have to use this on 100%. Super, and Control D afterwards. So this is my shadow. Of course it needs a little bit of working, so I will go maybe to overlay. No, so it has to be multi, but it has to be darker. So I will select a darker spot. Great. And of course I will have to blur this, so we go to blur, Gaussian blur, And you see that, how better it looks right now with that blurring. I think it looks great with 10. Let's just try 20, just for fun. It looks good, but I think that 15, it will be the key for us. Wonderful. And I think we're ready to connect the parts of the body. So I go here, I will select those, I will create a folder with Control G, Command G in Macintosh. I will name this body, and I will create a duplicate, and I will just merge with right click the group. So I have the body copy united, and of course the body in parts I will put it in the backup folder. Maybe I will use it later, who knows, but I don't want to, you know, damage my folders. So now it looks really good. This thing actually connects the dots. It's a crucial thing, this detail. And afterwards I will go to my body copy, and I will go to filter. I will select the sharpen, unsharp mask, and here I will just use amount of 100%, radius 7 pixels and threshold 0, and I will just take away all of the detail. Check that before. You see that? Almost blurry and glowing. Right now, look how sharp it looks. Hit OK. Great. My face now looks terrific. Wonderful. And afterwards, I will just try to, maybe I will just try to take away these hairs over here, these little eyebrow hairs. I told you girls before that I will not take them away, but sorry, I have to do it because my mask didn't work really good. So I will have to take a patch and take them away. I think it looks okay. No problem. Let's just keep going. The first step right now is to take away a little bit of the colors of my photograph. So I will select the image adjustments. Actually, I will go from here, from an adjustment layer, because I would like to reduce the opacity of the effect. I will hit the vibrance. I will take away the vibrance at about 20, minus 20. If you don't have vibrance, you're using an old version of Photoshop, so just use the hue saturation and desaturate. So it looks more like a character, and a caricature character actually right now. Afterwards, I will use the hue saturation. I will select this hand over here. I will just click and drag. You see that I instantly select the red channel. I will make this a little bit orange at about maybe plus 10. It looks better for me, that thing. It looks good. And so far, so good. We have already created just edits with liquify and enlargements. Our photo looks great, but it doesn't look fantastic yet. Right now, it will start looking fantastic with the help of dodging and burning. So I will go to the layers. I will go to new layer. I will change the mode to overlay, and I will name this as a burn. The burn is here, so of course I will also select the fill with overlay, neutral color, 50% gray. 50% gray. Okay, hit OK. Wonderful. Of course, I will have to lock this gray layer with my body copy. So I will go to my body copy, and I will go here. I will hold Alt, Option in Macintosh. You see this little spot over here. I will create a clipped layer. So this layer actually controls only the body. It doesn't show it up around, only on the body. So we're ready to keep going. I will go now. I will select the burn tool. Of course, I will change the range to midtones and exposure to 50%. It is okay. And I will try to actually pass from the shadow areas and make them more strong. You see that? Immediately, my face looks more dramatic. Check this out. You see that? Only with 2 passes of the brush, of this specific brush. Of course, we're using a really soft brush, okay? A normal and soft brush. And I will actually pass from the whole area of my body and my face, so I could make it look much more better. I will pass from here, here, maybe here. Actually, the dodge and burn is the most important tool after the liquify in this effect, so we have to do it good and we have to be careful. Most of the times when I'm working professionally with caricatures, I'm working with dodge and burn for more than 1 hour or two, because dodge and burn will create the final wonderful dramatic effect. So take your time and create your own fantastic results. So go here, maybe I will pass from my upper eye over here. I have to, make strong all of my dark spots and my shadows. Of course, here I will just try to make my scar more visible and dramatic. You see that? How easy? Of course, we will go to my this one place, my eyelashes. I got it. In Greek, this is called blepharides, so it's a total different word. I'm sorry. Sometimes I'm just forgetting my English because I never use them. I go here. Actually, I will make this more hard. Wonderful. And of course, I will go to the roundy areas of my eyes. That way, I will keep my center eye color more strong and more dramatic, and afterwards, with the help of dodging, we will make them even more better. So actually, with dodge and burn, we are kind of creating a 3D environment, a 3D lighting on our flat, photograph. If you see now my photo without that effect, check this out. You see that? Really, really dramatic. Wonderful. And of course, I will actually pass like that in order to create some more depth in my face. Of course, I will pass as well from my lines over here. I will make really dramatic lines in a while. So I pass from here. I pass from here. Wonderful and wonderful. Sometimes we don't really like to see our lines, but when you create caricatures, it's something that you have to take out for sure, because it's a part of your characteristics. And we keep rocking. The main trick is to create a good, realistic and shadowy, you see that, result. Wonderful. Well, I will actually come again and use the burn and dodging, but in a little while. Afterwards, I will go to create a new layer. I will create a clipping mask. I will name this dodge. Of course, the dodging will create some highlights in my face. I will go back again to the overlay, fill it with 50% gray. Great. And I will go here and select the dodge, midtones, exposure 50%. And right away, we will try to pass and fill with shyness. You see that? Well, actually, the dodging is a great tool to erase some problematic areas in the face. You see that? No more blemishes. Right away, they're gone. And I have only the shadows and those highlights. They're looking good. And of course here, in the shadow areas of the lines, I can create some, highlights in order to make them appear larger. Wonderful. And of course in the eyes, I will pass from the middle of the eye, so I could make more bright the brown of my eye. Wonderful. Wonderful. You see that? Great. Well, my face right now really looks like a caricature digitalized. And afterwards I can pass, I can, just keep working in this thing and it will be better and better. Of course, I can pass from my scar over here, make it more bright. You see that? It looks much more better now. Wonderful. Maybe I will shave this area over here. No, it looks really bad right now. So I think here I'm just going back in time with undos. Okay, and you know, we have to keep working with that. Maybe I can create a line over here. It's a really easy process. Once you have your face, you just play with dodge and burn, and that's more about it. No problem, I can just whiten my teeth just a tiny bit. Okay, of course my problems here, and of course I can make my tongue much more bright, and of course my nose. Really easy stuff, but really powerful results over here. Great, you see that? Check my face without this effect right now. You see that? Really flat. The burn comes, and then the dodge comes, and of course we have to lower those effects at about 60 to 70% in order to create a normal looking result. Maybe 8% the shadows and 65% the highlights. You see that? Of course I will keep doing that later for the body also, and for the you know, last scene edits. Afterwards I will take my body copy, I will just create a duplicate with Alt, click and drag, and I will take lower at about 20%. That way I keep my original characteristics above that you know, shadowy that new dodge and burning area, so it looks kind of mixing things. You know, I always create duplicates and lower the opacity afterwards, because that way I keep building on my project, but you know, it doesn't look so fake. Wonderful. Next step is actually the step that I will create a new adjustment with a new filter. So I will just create a new layer with a above, with a below edits. So I will hit Control Alt Shift and E. So just merge all the layers, and I will hide all those layers on a group. Okay, so it will be first dodging. Okay, I will go in here, I will hide this, and I will go now create a duplicate, Control J. I will go to filter, I will select here the filter gallery, and here I will select the brush strokes, accented edges. I will actually go back in order to see. I want to brighten my face, and this accented edges with these edits over here, it will make my face look much more bright. You see that? Super. Here, okay, it looks much more bright, and then I will go and lower the opacity at about 65, and my face now looks really much more better. And afterwards I will go and merge those two, Control E. Great. And so I have my, let's say, final photo. I will go now and see again my background. Okay, so I will take a piece of my background in order to create a new background with that texture. So I will go here, I will hit Control J, I will take away the new background. This is the new background, new BG. Sometimes I use backgrounds from other parts. Let's say I'm just thinking about this photograph, and I say, what kind of background should match my new caricature? And sometimes I believe that they should have a classroom as a background, or a garage as a background, or a bar or something. It looks better, but right now I'm not in the mood of thinking a new background, so I will just use the old gray one. So I just take this gray, I will select it, Control T, and then transform this in order to create a very good looking, but you know, gray background. I will hit OK. I will blur it, because right now it looks really messy. You see that? Really noisy. So I go to Filter, Blur, Gaussian Blur. I will use blurring at about 15 pixels. It looks great. And now my body fits great with the background. Of course, I can create a shadow of my body. Control click over here, you see that? I will create a new layer. I will name this shadow. And of course, I will go and I will go to this selection. I will go to right click. Actually, I don't want this. This is not something that I really need to have. So I will hit the Alt, take this away. This is a bag that I have, a garbage thing that I have to take away afterwards. So right now I will go here and I will go to transform selection, right click, and then I will go to skew. I will have this as a center over here, and I will take this shadow, let's say over here. You see that? So my shadow goes here or here if you like, no problem. Hit OK. I will paint this with dark gray, something like that. I will go to edit, fill, foreground color. Wonderful. Maybe I will use more gray, not brown, gray. Great. Here I'll go to edit, fill. Better. You see that? And afterwards I will go and blur this thing. So filter, blur, Gaussian blur. And of course you see this wonderful blurring here. Well, I have a little thing here, so don't worry, it's not a big problem for us. Maybe more blur, let's just say 50 pixels, not percent. Hit OK, and we're good to go. I will just lower the opacity. I just want this to be just a tiny bit. You see that? Maybe 30%. I always lower the opacity of my new layers. And of course I will go here and I will hide this little ridiculous spot. So select it with my lasso. Most of the times I would use my pen tool. Whoops, here. But I know that you're not a big fan of the pen tool, so I just use my lasso. So we're good to go. Actually, our photograph looks really, really good, but right now it lacks of, drama. So I will actually create a new layer. Actually, I will go from here. Layer. Go again to layer, new layer. Again, I will create a clipped overlay. Name it Dodge. I will use again the dodge and burn technique. So here, but I will use it also for the body right now. So we have the dodge. Actually, I will first use the burn technique. Great. I will just duplicate this one, so I could just rename it as a dodge. Great. And then I go to burn, and I burn my portrait. So I will go here, I will select burn, and I just pass from my portrait and make the final edits. You see that? And of course here I will power up those lines. Great. See that? When you have lines, just push them to the limits. And of course maybe here. No, I don't like that here. Of course in my neck. Of course in the shadow of my head. My neck looks wonderful right now. Okay, and maybe I can just really keep pushing. And here maybe I just need a dark spot here. Okay, maybe here as well. Wonderful. And of course now I will just make my lips more dark. This area more dark. Of course this known shadowy area more dramatic. You see that? And of course the nose, the parts of the nose here, maybe this place, this area of the nose, the tip of the nose here. I tell again that the most of the work should have been done with dodge and burn. Actually, not that area. This area has to be highlighted, not darkened. The dodge and burn is the biggest, I could say, reason for a failure or a success of a caricature, because the drama plays a big part. Check that without it. You see that? You see that? Big difference, my friends. And now, I'm sorry about that. It's much more easy for me to speak Greek. If you would like, I could speak Greek the next time, but I'm sure that you don't really like that. Pass from here, and I think we're okay. Maybe inside here. Okay, wonderful. And maybe it will darken also the inner of the eye. And maybe more dark eyebrows. Wonderful. And here as well. Great. And I think now it looks fantastic. Check this out without it. You see? Really a big difference. And of course, I can create a shadow chin. Okay. And then it's time for the dodging. Of course, we can go back and forth. You don't have to do only the burn and after the dodge. Usually I go back and forth whenever I feel like. And you know, I'm just passing to create some really dramatic effects right now. Of course, I will pass from the shirt here, you see. Make it more dramatic from the highlights of the neck. Maybe here. Great. And of course, the nose. Superbly. And of course here maybe some a little of the white of the eye, not all the eye, but some parts. That way it will be much more 3D. You see that? It looks great. I think we're done. Maybe for the end I will just use a curves adjustment layer in order to control the main light of this photograph. Of course, I'm always forgetting the ears. I have to lighten the ears as well, because right now they look a little bit, you know, dark. So now it looks much more better, I think. And I think we're good to go. Again, we will lower the opacity at about 80 and 90. And our photograph is done. Last but not least, I will use a curves clipped with my body. I will rise this up. You see that? It controls now only the body. I will actually lighten the body. I will make this white mask a dark mask. And I will pass again from some specific parts with my brush in order to give a final touch. Of course, I need a white to give a final touch of whiteness or darkness. I think we're okay. Okie doke. And here, and here, here, here. Well, just check this out. If I click now and just use that, I can control the white or the dark of my face. Isn't that great? It's the magic of adjustments and of course the magic of curves adjustment layer. And we're good to go. For the end, I will create two more things. First of all, I will create new connected layers with all the layers below. So I will hit again Control, Alt, Shift and E. Great. And I will go to filter. I will select the filter gallery. I will go to the texture. I will use the texturizer with that settings. With the settings of 120 and 2 top, and of course not invert. Hit OK. And actually that way I can connect the background with the foreground, and so it looks much more better. And if you would like to change the color balance, just hit here the color balance and just play, you know, and create a better result. I mean, it's so easy. And this is it. This is the end. of our tutorial, you saw really easy how we can create a wonderful and really goofy looking caricature of ourselves or our client. It's not so difficult. I see many people that they sell this technique in order to get money, but actually it's a really easy technique, that everyone who knows Photoshop will be able to create it so easy. So we were here, let's see that. We were here, and now we are here in some really easy step. I think the color balance, I will take it down. So we were here, and now we are here in some really easy steps with the help of your friend Evan. So if you liked my tutorial, just please subscribe and like my work so I could be able to create more tutorials. Again, I'm sorry about my English. I'm really bad with English right now because I'm keep speaking German and of course my native language Greek. So have fun, and I will see you soon, my friends.